they shrunk our continent to colonize our minds. And not only our minds, everyone's mind involved when it comes to looking at the continent of Africa. Now, for centuries, the map has brainwashed us to believe that the continent is the same size as Greenland. They want us to believe that it's very, very small, and it's actually 14 times bigger than what they really showed us on the map. And today we're going to discuss what the African Union is doing in order to endorse something that's going to change that moving forward. Now, if you're someone who's thinking of coming to the continent of Africa, I've created a free exclusive mini guide to give you the most important information that you need to know before visiting or moving to the continent. So if you want that detailed information, just click the link down in my description box and you'll get it sent to your inbox effortlessly, okay? Now, let me get to the point of why I'm here. Now, Africa is the second largest continent in the entire world, and it covers 20% of the earth. It's time for us to really decolonize our minds, our classrooms, and our maps. It's up to us to really change this perspective in this narrative, and the AU is taking a bold stance in creating their own narrative when it comes to the map that has been associated with our continent. Now, the African Union has endorsed the Correct the Map campaign to replace the 16th century Mercator map, which visually shrinks Africa while inflating areas near the poles intentionally. Now, this campaign is led by advocacy organizations like Africa No Filter and Speak Up Africa, which highlights that there's been a misrepresentation of the true size of the continent of Africa. As I mentioned, Africa is the second largest landmass on the entire earth. And if you would look at the map right now, it doesn't clearly state that that is the case in terms of what's really going on the ground. And they've intentionally put this map in place in order to have us to think in a negative way about the entire continent of Africa. And we are in the season of decolonizing our minds as a people. So with us decolonizing our minds, I've learned that there's been a lot of people who have been colonized within the mind in the other direction. So there's a lot of people who are coming with hatred because things are being shifted into the new direction of the reality being brought forth. And it's hard for people who've been in power or quote unquote felt to seem like they're in power for these past few hundred years. It's going to cause a lot of backlash. I've been noticing a lot of backlash within my own content. Like if I talk about something in terms of the positivity about Africa, if I talk about something in terms of, what's happening, the development, things like that, I get love from my people. I always get love from my people about, oh yeah, that's what's up. Things are happening, things are building. But if I talk about something that's decolonizing our minds, there's a lot of Europeans who show up with disrespectful remarks, derogatory things that they say towards me. And I've been dealing with this for a few months on this journey, even years. People have come with ignorant things when I begin to speak about the truth that really happened in terms of Africa, the reality of what's happening on the ground, and the things that's being built, and anything along those lines. People don't have anything to say. But when it comes to our mindset, when it comes to us decolonizing our minds and actually building and working and, doing the necessary work to overcome the mental shackles that have been placed on us, I encounter a lot of backlash. And when I encounter that backlash, it helps me to see and realize that, this work is actually working. It's a badge of honor to be attacked from that side. You feel what I'm saying? That means it's working. That means I'm talking about the right things. That means the building is happening. That means the work is happening. That means I'm touching on the right subjects that's removing the scales from some of my people who need to really see and understand the truth. Now, I'm all for my people seeing the truth. I'm all for my people understanding the truth. But I understand that there's a tricky maze that we must get through in order to really see the truth and take hold of it and really live within it. Now, it's one thing to understand the value of us coming to Africa, understanding the map size being corrected. But do you understand that comes with building? Do you understand that comes with strategic partnerships as well? Do you understand that comes with strategic movements that will help to create the next wave of the narrative as well, which means that we can work together. We can build our own. We can connect. We can collaborate. We can do things that could take us to another level if we just take a chance and believe in what we have and the value of what we truly have. Now, hold on real quick. Before we keep going, listen. If you're someone who's thinking of coming to the continent of Africa, my wife and I, we're launching a 6-week Repat Bootcamp where we're going to be teaching you exactly what you need to do in order to come over here successfully. Now, at this bootcamp, we're going to be meeting once a week via Zoom, and we're also going to be in a WhatsApp accountability group with like-minded individuals who are serious about coming over here. Now, if you want to figure out what needs to get done in order to set up your business, in order to overcome the fear of the unknown, in order to invest over here, and so much more. We're going to be talking about this within the boot camp. Now, in this accountability group, we've had people that have set up tours to come over here. They've come over here and set up their lives already. They've come over here and gotten their retiree visas and everything and so much more. Now, within this community, you're going to be around people who are serious about getting the work done, who are trying to get connected with like-minded individuals, all right? So if you're serious about doing this, click the link down in my description box and you can join us and we will see you there, all right? Let me get back to the video. Now, this map that's being changed, it's deeper than most people may think. People may think that, oh, there's more things that we can focus on. There's more things that we can do. Yes, 100%. And there's several aspirations that the African Union have in order for us to get into a better position. But this map is very important because it starts with us shifting our perspective on what's really here on the ground and on how much value we really have and how much value we really bring to the entire world. Now, because we've been made to believe that we've been less than for all this time, a lot of people have adopted that belief. You know, children look at that map and they say, oh, we're small, we need help. You know, it says something if you see that you are bigger, if you see the true representation, that you are actually bigger. And it's not to brag or boast, but it's just the reality. It's some people feel like that they have to lie in order to get into power. Some people do that. Some people are manipulative. A lot of people have done that over the past. That's what we've been forced to be a part of a system that manipulates the truth and manipulates what's really going on. And now we have access to be able to change that narrative if we just boldly do what needs to be done. Now, doing what needs to be done is also work, and I will continue to reiterate that and talk about the true effort that's needed within Pan-Africanism right now, within the space of us building, creating, and working towards changing the narrative. We need all hands on deck. We need everybody to work in their position to create the Africa that we want. You know, I've seen people that will say, oh, this map doesn't mean anything. What about the real things on the ground? This is one piece of it. This is a step in the right direction for us to start changing the mindset of a lot of our people over here. We can do this slowly but surely, but it needs a lot of work. There's work being done, but there's still more work that needs to be done. So let's use what we have to step into the role of letting people know, just educating people. We're still in the educating stage. A lot of our people don't have full knowledge of what's happening at the AU, the full knowledge of what happened across the continent throughout the centuries. So we still have to regurgitate this information to bring people up to speed about what's really happening on the geopolitical scale. But we have to start where people are. Give the foundational information, give what is the overall vision so that they can see, okay, this is for the entire continent, this is for my country. We start off with helping people within the countries first. Lay the foundation, let people know that we are here to give the right knowledge, the right information, and to create the right partnerships, bring the right tools to make and create the Africa that we want. This work is going to take some sacrificing, it's going to take some building, it's going to take some working with people that we aren't even familiar with. You know, a lot of us have the narrative that we can't work with each other, but I'm seeing it happen. I went to several African Union events and I've seen us work with I've worked with different individuals from every country on the continent, majority. And I'm learning so much about the way different countries operate, the way different people move. Everything has been a learning experience within itself. So I'm grateful to be in this space, to be able to learn and connect with my brothers and sisters over here on the ground. And we're going to create everything that's supposed to come to us as a people. This map is just the foundation. This map is literally the foundation. People will come with their negativity, as I mentioned. Yeah, I was going to say, people come with their negativity, and it's only when you're ready to decolonize your mind is when it becomes an issue. If you're still acting crazy, if you're still spewing out craziness. It's okay. I remember having a conversation with someone one time about me coming to Africa. I was telling him I'm coming here to build. It was 2020, right before I came. And I was telling this European man, I'm like, hey man, I'm going to Africa. Like, I'm leaving this place. Things aren't working out the way I thought they would. So I'm just going to move forward and, do my thing somewhere else in the world, in Africa. He was like, man, why are you going to Africa? There's nothing over there going on. He talked about the babies and just nothing being done. I looked at him and I said, hey man, the only reason Africa doesn't have much going on, so it says, or what the media is portraying, it's because of you guys continuing to steal from it and, not give it fair deals and things and take advantage of the continent. Mid-conversation, he walked off like I wasn't saying anything. He didn't go back and forth. He didn't give dialogue. He walked away. So when you decolonize your mind, when you can think for yourself, when you can really see the value for yourself and see what we really have access to and really understand what we can do, people can't say anything to you. They can try and say negativity. They can try and do bad things to try and pull you off. But if you focus and you understand what you have access to, what you can really build, it forces you to stay focused and stay strong in what you believe. These people are commenting ignorant things on my videos talking about this happening. And in the past, I would be on there going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, trying to get my point off to every individual who said something wrong. But now that I've decolonized my mind, I understand that that's a sick individual. That's an individual that wants me to argue, that wants me to stand in a low vibrational way of thinking and continue to debate and go back and forth to try and prove to them what I already know to myself. What I know is true, and they know it's true as well. That's why they're trying to defend the ignorance. So even when I was in America before I came, there was another individual. I thought he was a good man. I thought he was a good, there are some people that you meet and you feel like, oh man, this is a good person. They're one of the good ones. I can trust them. Man, I was trying to talk to him about some of the racial issues and some of the things that we were dealing with and how I wanted to be a part of the change and, do something differently for my people. And it was a completely different person from that I had spoke to about business, that I spoke to about, certain life things. But when it came to, me seeing the truth and speaking truth to power, that's where the line was drawn. And it's okay for lines to be drawn. It's okay to draw the line. It's okay to put yourself, this is where I stand. And be okay and bold with standing where you stand. And that's how I am. I stand where I stand. I believe what I believe. And I know the truth about what put us into this situation as a whole. Now, I believe that we can wholeheartedly get ourselves out of this situation, but first and foremost, it starts here. So this map, it's just the foundation. This is just the foundation. When more children see how big Africa really is, when more of us see how big Africa really is and the truth about the true size and the nature of what we have access to, watch what it's going to do to more and more people. And more people will say, you know what? Let's build our Africa. Let's create. Let's do whatever needs to be done to make sure that it stays this way, because this is very important. So, I hope you guys have the right perspective about what's coming. I know some of you guys are thinking about trying to build over here, thinking about trying to connect. And I know it's possible, but it takes you decolonizing your mind first. So this is the first step in that. And the African Union is going to continue to work and endorse more and more things that's pushing the agenda forward to create the Africa we want. Now, if you made it to this point in the video, please let me know what you think down below. I always like to see what my people think when it comes to the continent of Africa, when it comes to building, when it comes to working, connecting, and doing whatever needs to be done, all right? So let me know. Oh, the wind blowing. Let me know what you guys think below. And wherever you guys are tuning in from, comment and let me know that as well, because I always like to see how we get connected and how we working and building and creating the Africa we want. And also, if you haven't already, hit the subscribe button so that you can stay tuned to the journey and help us to reach the goals that we have in place to get these messages out to more people, all right? Thank you for your time. Thank you for your attention. Y'all make sure y'all stay safe out there and keep the shalom. Peace.